Hey guys, so we are live. We'll just wait for some more time. We'll wait for a few more people to join in and then let's get going with our YouTube guys, YouTube live AMA session. So let's just give it some more time. Let few more people join in. We've just started the session. So let's just wait for a few more people to join in, guys. Uh, Good to see people slowly joining in. So yeah, let's. Usually we wait for another 2-3 minutes more. So let's do the same this time. And then we will slowly get started. Okay, people are joining in. Let's wait for a couple more to come in, guys. There are a lot of usual people who join in, so let me also watch out for our usual crowd. Uh, I'll be happy to see some new ones even. Generally, the idea of this session is to uh, talk about okay, today's subject is on the crypto regulations in India. Maybe we'll discuss a bit about that, and I'll also take a lot of feedback from you guys. I get a lot of really good feedback from a lot of people. Um, so hoping that even today I'll get some interesting feedback from a lot of you people. So let's just give it some 2-3 minutes more, and then let's get going with our AMA session, guys. Yeah, so this time today, it's people have been slowly getting in. So every week, 6 p.m. This is the AMA that I do. It's generally to get a lot of feedback from you guys, to discuss with you people, and to resolve any queries that you would have. That's the idea. Um, so I've been continuously doing this for more than a month and a half now. I'm hoping. I'm hoping to continue doing this because I've just been loving these sessions that I've been having with you all. Uh, I hope it's not an overkill for people to see me week on week. But on the other side, I'm happy to connect with you all on a weekly basis. Um, so yeah, so I see slowly people coming in. Uh, okay, we got we're getting people slowly joining in. Let's see. Maybe another 2 minutes more, guys, and then we'll get going with our session. Uh, Today, I'll talk a bit about what's the current status of regulations and compliance in the Indian ecosystem. Where do we stand, and what do I expect in the upcoming budget sessions? So I have my first message from Naresh. Yes, hi Naresh. It's good to see you. Um, I think I've you were also there in the previous AMA. Happy to see you back again, Naresh. It's good to see you attending my AMAs. Thank you for that first. Um, I'm hoping that um, though today there's been a bit of a slide in the market, uh, the market has at least continued being above 63K, which is a very good sign. Uh, I think at least that's a lot of thing for people to cheer about. And obviously, this last week uh, has been a lot of excitement about hamster combat. Um, so yeah, I'm hoping that you guys also got some airdrop. I know a lot of people had um, complaints that you were not receiving your airdrops that you're supposed to receive. But yeah, the ones who had received, I'm hoping that you were able to transfer it to Giottus and convert it into INR. Hi, Kalyan. Happy that you're here. Um, Good to see you here. So we have Kalyan and Naresh here. Okay, while people are joining in, um, let me just quickly start off with my overview on the regulatory framework currently. Yes, sir. So I'm pretty sure most of you guys who are there in the crypto ecosystem uh, would have would have known about the tax regulations which have come into effect for the past more than a year and a half now. Now, more than tax regulations, the biggest game changer has also been when crypto entities were got under FIU. So that's also been one of the bigger interventions that has happened. Hi, Master Player 3R, good to see you. Um, I usually get the opportunity to keep seeing you during my AMAs. I'm happy that I'm able to see you even today. Um, yeah, it's great to have you. Um, Master Player, I was just starting to talk about the crypto regulatory framework here in India. Um, the one thing what we know about is the tax regulations. Yes, tax regulations have been tough in India. It's 1% TDS and the 30% taxation on profits, and no set off of losses. I think this has definitely taken a big hit in the crypto market, in the Indian crypto market. Uh, as far as I see, I think uh, the 1% TDS has got the bigger hit among all the other tax regulations that has come in, because it has taken the liquidity out of the market a greater level. Um, Certainly, people who make the order books, they don't place a lot of orders because after every order, 1% of the principal is stuck. So we are seeing a lot of impact of TDS there. But having said that, still we are noticing, even with all the taxation frameworks, a lot of people still continuing to trade and still making good returns. So it's very happy to see all of those. I'm just hoping that there's been a lot of representation from exchanges and other crypto entities to the Indian government. Um, there's been a lot of representation showcasing how India as a country is losing out even in tax revenues by having the steep tax regulations. Uh, I'm hoping that the government also understands this. Will there be a quick intervention on the taxation? Maybe there will not be a quick intervention in taxations, but we can hope for something in the upcoming budgets if they could talk about this. That's what I'm hoping. Um, at least in the year-end budget, I'm definitely hoping that they will definitely talk about that. But before that, if there's going to be something, um, I doubt, but it'll be a good surprise if something like that happens. So that is one part. The next major part, which definitely affects a lot of us in a better way, is when the crypto entities were got into FIU's ambit. FIU is the Financial Intelligence Unit of India. They are the watchdog for money laundering and terrorist financing. Uh, every financial entity which is regulated is under FIU. It's good to see that FIU also got crypto entities under the gambit. So Giottus was one of the very first few entities that got FIU registered. So Giottus is an FIU registered entity. If you have noticed, there was this a question in the parliament which asked about who are all the registered entities, and if you get a copy of that response, you would see even Giottus there. So we are an FIU registered entity. We follow strict compliance. Um, we make sure we adhere to all laws and regulations of the land. And being a customer of Giottus, you could be very happy and proud that you are using a platform which follows all the guidelines and follows a very stricter compliance and regulations as mandated by the law of land. And even with all this, we have made sure that you guys can still use crypto withdrawals. Now, if you had noticed, most of the other exchanges, you will not find crypto withdrawals enabled. But what we did, we made sure that it's not necessary for you to shut down crypto withdrawals. I definitely notice a lot of people saying that it's because of FIU that we are not allowing withdrawals, which is not true, guys. FIU does not ask you to stop withdrawals. FIU just asks you to implement good measures and norms. If you've implemented good measures and norms, you're good to go. Now, that's that's what we have done, and we have made sure the crypto withdrawals are live for you. We are the only guys who have made sure crypto withdrawals are live. Uh, so that's one very very big advantage you will notice when you're trading with Giottus. Now, so that is one key thing. So I have a couple of questions or a couple of people who joined in. Let me welcome them first. Hi, Sheikh Dawood. Happy to see you again. Open for you. Hi, good to see you. Sheikh Dawood, do Geotest web development? I don't understand. Are you asking that do we do web development, or do we have question open for web development? You can definitely write to hr@geotus.com with your resume. We can look into it, but I'm not sure if that's what you're asking. Master Play 3, when we expect regulations in India and TDS percentage reduction. Even foreign countries are adapted well. Today, Australia do some moves. Why there's much delay in India? Yeah, you're right, Master Player. See, one of the biggest difference being in India is we are a capital controlled country, right? We have to worry a lot of dollar going outside India, right? We are a trade deficit nation, and being such, the RBI and the government worries a lot about what is the dollar reserves that we have, and they always also look into having control of that dollar reserves. Now, their biggest worry has been crypto would take that control away from them. Now, that is ideally why you see other countries, developed nations, who don't have this restriction of capital control. You will find crypto easily flowing, or crypto regulations being easily made in those countries, be it Japan or US or any other country, right? But a country like us, where there's a capital control, it is not easy to implement such laws. It's definitely a tough regulation that they'll have to bring in. But the good thing, if you notice, if you've been in the ecosystem for quite some time, you are known by 2019, 2020. There was a suggestion to brand this ecosystem completely, right? Now we don't see that, right? We don't see any discussions about banning the ecosystem, right? So that is one big positive thing that we should take it out. That the country is looking at finding a way to regulate it. But being the country we are, being the issues that we have, these regulations will not be as swift and fast as other developed countries which don't have any capital control measures. So that is why ideally there's been a delay. But having said that, in this G20 meeting and everything, you see a lot of positive communication that has come from India's end, where they have vouched to work along with other countries and find a common regulation. So that is a very, very big positive message. Now, the good thing is not just India, the other G20 nations, they all are also working towards building a common regulatory framework. So if one country is moving faster, that effect will also be felt in India. So in that way, I think we are in a better scenario. I'm hoping that there should be things that should start rolling within India, because there's been a lot of work the government is doing. See, for example, there's this paper that they had said that they're planning to do um, um, which could be expected maybe this month or next month. I mean, obviously this month is going to get over, either October or November, on the position paper on crypto. Hopefully that could be a good way to start off things on where the government has to work on. So a year at least to see a lot of positive developments is what I'm expecting. But even before that, I'm expecting something to happen on the tax front. Ravi RCM, hi sir, hi Ravi, good to see you here. KS, hi Vikram. Do we have any ideas from the government saying that the direction of regulation? If yes, then what sort of, is there any acknowledgement from the government regarding TDS issue or high tax? So Ravi, there has been representations that have been happening where we and other entities have definitely made sure that we have been engaging with the government, making them understand that the government is losing out on taxation by having this high tax structure, because well, we see a lot of volume moving to foreign entities, and these foreign entities are not the ones who comply with Indian laws and regulations. And not just that, they also put Indian customers into trouble, right? Because they make it tough, since they don't deduct TDS, and the customers who trade there have to deduct TDS themselves, pay it. So it creates a lot of cumbersome activities for the customers to do, and it also pushes the customers to be non-compliant, which is even bad. So there's been a lot of representation definitely that has been happening on this front. Um, so the government has also been listening, but will this be something that will be quickly acted upon? We'll have to wait and watch, right? So I don't have a quick answer for that now, but definitely there's been a lot of representation that's happening there, and the government is definitely listening on that. Yeah, that's quickly what I have this point. Sai. See, definitely there's this position paper that is being worked on. There'll be a very good starter to understand what are all the areas that the government is wanting an opinion on, right? So the industry and Giottus is definitely there to quickly give our opinions on how things get to be worked on. But yeah, I think position paper is the next thing that we'll have to wait and watch out for. Um, Shivasai, hi Shivasai, good to see you here. Sir, I have qualified in Giottus giveaway after combat token. Thank you very much. Um, um, Let me quickly check that. Okay. So yeah, so okay, so that's the thing on regulations, guys. There is work happening, but will that work be swift? That is something that we'll have to wait and watch. Um, so uh, so yeah, so it's more of, see, there's a lot of things when it comes to regulations, right? So it is not just taxation. Taxation is a part of regulation. There are a lot of other things. What about consumer protection? When the consumer is affected, how does um, um, so what should happen then, or what all do entities have to follow to make sure that the consumers are protected, right? So there are consumer protection laws, and the other thing is, how do you regulate entities? There are different kinds of entities. Exchange is one type of entity. There could be an NFT player. There could be someone who's doing on-ramp services. So anyone who uses crypto per se, they'll have to follow a kind of. I mean, there should be some kind of a guideline that has to be given, and it need not be the same for every type of entity. So, and it also will also talk about fair trade policies. So there's a lot of things that will encompass what is a regulation, right? But the main thing for a lot of this is to have a regulator, right? So when there's a regulator, the regulator will make sure that these things have to be followed. Maybe we'll start with this and everything. So without a regulator, it becomes uh, tough for anyone to take up an activity and follow it up and make sure that the ecosystem is following it, right? So that's one thing that that is very very important is to have a regulator. Um, yeah. Now let me get back, Shivashai. Yeah, I'm happy that you've been qualified for the giveaway, Shivashai. You'll be getting your hamster tokens soon. Now about the hamster token, guys, I'm not sure if you had noticed. Giottus has gone live with deposits of hamster tokens, so you can. So Giottus is the only platform where you can both deposit and also withdraw hamster tokens. I don't think anywhere you can withdraw it, and obviously you can convert it into INR and get it back to your bank account. Now, if you notice, we are the only platform where you can do this quickly, right? So if you have uh, 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 um, if you are a customer of Giottus, you can quickly deposit your AMSA tokens, sell it, withdraw it to your bank account. I think all this is not going to take more than 15 to 20 seconds, right? So uh, that's the power at which we have kept Giottus for you guys. Now, anyone who's also looking at transferring it to some other platform or holding it within your own wallets, you can still do that, right? Because Giottus is the only platform which has withdrawals also enabled, guys. This is this is the ultimate power of Web3. We think where you should let people move around, though there are compliance measures. We do adhere to compliance measures. Many a times, you also need to give a lot of data to ensure that. Uh, uh, I know there are only very few bad actors in the ecosystem, but because of those very few bad actors, we all have to suffer in terms of following additional systems and processes. But once that is adhered, the whole system becomes a very very smooth and faster way to transact. So, and that you can enjoy it currently only in Giottus, guys. Kalyan Kumar on our crypto withdrawal options is very nice. Thank you, Kalyan. Actually, that is Giottus is the only exchange that you can do your crypto withdrawals. I don't think any other exchange will let you do it, and even if they are going to let you, they're going to have thousand restrictions. But yeah, but anyway, I don't think there's any other guy or any other exchange out there who's going to let you do your crypto withdrawal. So I would love if yeah, thanks, Aaron. Thanks for bringing it up. I think I think we are the only guys who have torn networks deposits and withdrawals open. I don't think anyone has got that in India, guys. That's one big thing. I think that's as customers of Geodes that you would enjoy. I'm hoping that the Tor network will have a lot of amazing dApps and tokens that will be coming up in the future. And guess what? Since we support the network, you will notice that Geodes will be the first exchange to keep listing all these amazing tokens that are going to come on Ton network. So if you guys are closely watching out or following the Ton ecosystem, then I think Geodes is the ecosystem that Geodes is the platform that you should definitely be looking at on the tokens that we're going to keep launching now. So yeah, thanks for taking this point up, Aaron. It really helped me to recall the fact. Thank you, Aaron. Uh, KS Geodas allows cold storage, but does your collaboration with the entity makes Indian user contingent creditors? Please be careful with your agreement with any foreign entities so users don't become case. I do get it. So what we also do is we don't put all the eggs in one basket. We have extremely mitigated all our risks. We are also following all the best possible either systems or process or using the best entities in the ecosystem, right? Uh, so we have never done any activity that could reduce the security in the ecosystem or in the Geotus platform. Definitely, your interests, the customer's interests are in the forefront, and that will be taken care of. And as a matter of fact, if you guys have noticed, uh, we are the only Indian exchange. I say it with a lot of pride. We're completely registered out of India. So I don't have a parent entity, subsidiary entity. This entity is holding IP, that entity is holding wallet, that and all that. We don't have all that kichadi here. right? We are a straightforward entity. Uh, as a matter of fact, I would be very, very proud to say that we are the only Indian entity who's completely Indian, be it in all fronts, right? So I'm very proud of that, and as customers, I never thought that there'll come a time that the importance of this will be felt among customers. Why we wanted to be this way, right? Even though other entities create different structures now. Uh, Fortunately or unfortunately, now a lot of customers are seeing the importance of this, of why it is necessary to trade in a completely Indian entity. And we are happy to be that way, and that is the best way for customers as well. Yeah, sure, KS. Thank you. Thanks for the session. Now, I do have quite a few people uh, who have joined in, who Uh, now I'm also waiting for a few more questions to come in, but in the meanwhile, okay, now Aaron, uh, true, they mentioned in the entity, I think. So Aaron, so the difference here is, you definitely have to. It's good that the ecosystem does its research. Now, you can go check out in their platforms or in the user agreements anywhere on how are they structured, right? It's not really tough to find out. You can even ask the exchange, how are they structured? Are they completely structured in India, right? That will easily get you the answer. Now, you ask that question to Giottus, I'll be uh, very confident and very very happy to say that we are completely registered out of India. I don't have any this and that parent or anything, right? It's the complete Indian entity that you're trading with. KS. So cold storage we use BitGo KS. See the definitely the thing is we have to use the best solution available, um, and currently in the world BitGo is the best players out there. They have a proven record. Um, they've been in the ecosystem for more than 10 years, and they're the best in the market, right? So that is the backup that we are holding, right? And they are guys those and BitGo is insured, right? So we have an 100% insured cold storage, which is very, 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 very important, right? So ideally, that's why we have Bitco, and that's the comfort that we want to give to you guys. Sivasai, very, very happy to hear that. We are also really happy to have you, Sivasai. Uh, 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 Such enthusiastic and eager customers. You are the ones who make sure that we keep going on. We're really happy to have you, Sivasai. No, Toddy, Toddy is a frequent visitor in our AMAs. Great to see you back, Toddy. Till US elections, only side is on market or any pump expected. So this week is an interesting week, Toddy. You're gonna have a lot of meetings from the Fed. There's a lot of meeting from Jerome Powell. It's going to happen, and the labor market data is also going to come out. So this week it's a bit of an interesting week. You should be looking out for the general market in this week. Uh, there could be, there might be some interesting movements this week, which can globally happen, um, which could also have a positive impact on the crypto ecosystem. So yeah, so this week is something interesting that you'll have to look out for. Yeah, so Kalyan, I have one question. Um, yeah, what is it, Kalyan? Sorry, Kalyan deleted. Okay, so let's wait for Kalyan to get back. Oof, Case has also retracted back. I don't know why they are retracting back their messages, but still, yeah, it's their wish, but still. So yeah, so U.S. elections is definitely a big push. We all have to make. I mean, we are all definitely waiting for someone like Trump to come in. Um so let's see uh, if they are able to really, really. If Trump comes in, there's going to be a really, really big momentum, guys. But having said that, there's going to be a lot of other things. that's going to keep affecting the market. Um, um, when the labor market report comes this week, also we can see if Fed might, if the labor market has cooled down, the Fed might say that they might want to reduce interest rates further. If that happens, you might see a few more pushes in the positive direction, but we'll have to wait and see, right? So yeah, it's going to be a sideways movement with some pumps here and there. Um, but yeah, uh, uh, the U.S. Elections are definitely big. So yes, any meme coin news? I don't know. Hamster Combat is the one which is crowded the market. Uh, Now the last week uh, um, was filled with all news on Hamster tokens. A lot of people uh, were angry that they didn't get what they were due in Hamster Combat tokens. But this week, uh, I mean, at least we saw a lot of people who had deposited and traded or sold their assets, what they got in Hamster tokens. Um, we've opened our deposits for Hamster tokens, guys. So we're the only exchange currently who have deposits and withdrawals of hamsters which are live. You can definitely quickly deposit, sell it into INR and withdraw as well. So that's one thing as customers of Giottus you get to enjoy compared to any other platform. Obviously, I think now there are other meme coins. We are still evaluating. There seems to be hippo craze going on now. Let's see how does the hippo craze live. Um, we are also definitely closely watching on the demand there. If there's any particular coin that you think that it will be great if it is there in Geotas, do let me know. We are also evaluating. In the next 3 to 4 days, we'll also be coming up with our few token launches that will keep you posted. Um, yeah. So yes, Aaron, suggestion, some delays on order placement cancel. Please take a look. Definitely, Aaron. Thanks for pointing it out. Ideally, this is one of the reasons I make sure that I come to AMAs. These feedbacks are very, very important to us. Uh, so I'll definitely make sure that this is being addressed. And actually, as a matter of fact, when I'm quickly discussing itself, uh, I'm sending this message to my operations team and tech team. Uh, so they will start looking into this right away, guys. Thanks a lot for that, Aaron. That suggestion really, really matters. This will make sure that we keep getting better. Um, though there are a lot of areas that we keep checking internally, there are definitely good places that we do miss, and all your suggestions like these are really, really helpful for us. Thanks a lot, Aaron. I'll definitely look into it. I'm hoping that by the next week we get into the AMA, you'll definitely have a different opinion on, or you could have a much improved performance that you. So yeah, guys. So let me see if I'm getting more queries. Now, on the other front, as I was talking about regulatory frameworks, so the most important thing for the regulation is for the government to find a regulator. Now, finding a regulator for the crypto ecosystem is kind of one of the toughest things to do. Like as you guys would have seen, do we categorize crypto as a currency, which the RBA has categorically said it's not a currency? Or do we treat it as an asset and bring it under SEBI? But definitely, crypto has got a part where it behaves a bit like a currency, right? Now, though the government has started calling it a virtual digital asset, it is not an easy way for one single existing regulator to do this, right? So how they're going to do this is something that is a tricky question, but There's definitely been a lot of discussion, but within the industry and industry to the government that is happening, but they're all in the early stages. But I'm hoping that within a year there could be a lot of developments in this ecosystem. There could be a lot of clarity on how we're going to go ahead in forms of regulations. And on the taxation front, I am hoping that even less than a year, there could be some positive movements that could happen. So that's ideally what the way I see it, guys. So great. I think I don't have any more questions that week. We definitely had another amazing AMA session. Um, there were a lot of definitely good feedbacks. I definitely got a good feedback that I had to go work on and go check on. And it's been great talking to you guys. I don't have any more questions. With that, I'll wrap the session then. So, guys, please do note two key things: hamster combat deposits and withdrawals are open in Giottus. You can definitely deposit your token, sell it off, or if you want to withdraw it, also you can do that. The next major thing, we are the only platform who has UPA also live. So do check that out. There are a lot of people who are using UPA option. Obviously, you guys uh, will definitely love it, right? So do try out our UPA option. And the last thing, we're the only guys who have crypto withdrawals open, and I know it is a key need for the market. So, with that thought, thanks a lot, guys. It was really, really amazing discussing with you all. And till next week, so every week, 6 p.m., Monday, 6 p.m., every week, I'll be connecting with you guys for AMA. So, till next week, Monday, 6 p.m. See you guys. Bye bye.